This is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to demonstrate another simple design, painting a flower design on this clear glass screen or clear glass bottle. I'm going to be using three magic paintbrushes, a number 8, a number 10, and a 0. Paint today once again is FolkArt paint, Thicket, Forest Moss. Make sure I get the right paints in this. Wicker White and Berry Wine. Again, very simple. I am going to start off, and make sure I'm using the right brush, using the number 8, and I am just going to stick it in these two different paints, maybe even throw in some white, because white will actually make it a little bit more opaque. And I'm just going to do the front of the bottle for the purpose of the video. Right now I'm just putting in some stems. And when you do stems, sometimes, especially on glass, you might have to go over it a little bit just to get it to be more opaque. That is to be expected. And when I'm pushing the issue of opaqueness, it's because that will give your design more durability against scratching. When you're doing a bottle, it may not be quite as important as opposed to doing like wine glasses or drinking glasses of some sort, but I always just like to stress that because it is important. Regardless, you want your design to last for a long time. Whomever is using the product, you want them to be able to enjoy it for some time to come. Alright, so I'm just going to do 3. Get started on those. And I apologize, I'm using my camera right now, but I don't have like a lot of space to show you, but I'm just really just going to be sticking my brush. I'm not really loading it specifically for one stroke. I'm just going to be going back and forth between the greens as I do the design. Alright, so basically this design that I'm creating, I want to make sure I'm on here, it's hard for me to see a little bit. I'm just going to be doing quick little strokes. Again, I'm trying to make sure I get on here so you can see me. I apologize if at all I float off. I'm not really intending to float off the screen, but... And these are just going to be strokes that you're going to vary the colors some. You want them to be, like up here, I have to be careful guys, on the neck here I always get a little smushy, but I want them to be kind of free and just put out in different directions here. Little whimsical. Yeah, maybe some coming up like this, some coming out, some coming in different directions. If you feel like you need to go over your little strokes at any given time, feel free to do so. But you're going to want it to be going, similar directions, but you can turn the direction of the strokes a little bit just to give it some whimsy. And then I'm going to come up from down below. Again, I apologize. I'm trying to make sure I'm staying on the screen here. And I can turn it around, give it some more color here. Got a little lip around the top of this bottle, so just have to manage around that. And like I said, I like to pull them out a little bit so they're just kind of a little whimsical. Not all going in the same direction. And even come down here some. I can come up into the top of the flower. You get the gist though, right? I hope. And then I'll come in here with maybe some white white and green. Pull it a little bit so it just gives it some more depth. And then I can even pull up a little bit like that, just to kind of hook it to the stem. Whoops, I know what I wanted to do, go this direction. You're trying to go towards the flower. I just went backwards. But that's me. That's how I roll. Alright. Like I said, you can keep working on them. Get them to, you know, how you think they should look. It's just a design idea. Just something to give you to work from. Again, I try to make pieces that, or designs I should say, that anybody can do. If you can hold a paintbrush, you can do my designs. And that's what I want. I want people to not be intimidated. I don't want you to be afraid to be creative, because I do want people to have another outlet for stress. You know, if you can't afford to go to a spa, being able to be creative sometimes can be very helpful in the event that you're not able to, you know, to afford some of those luxuries that maybe other people can. And of course, painting on glass, especially when there's so many items, pickle jars, and I've done videos on those. You have, God, really so many different kinds of glass things that you can paint on. You know, people go to the dollar store, you know, they'll get glassware from different places like that, which is fine. I just want to make sure that it looks good where it ties in together. That's my main thing. And then come out here again, pull out some more leaves. I just like them to be kind of whimsical, honestly. I have more fun with that. Like, look at that crazy flower. All right, then we're gonna switch, come back over this direction, and I'm gonna try not to put my piece down where I typically I get into trouble sometimes here when I end up getting my piece tapped on my paper below, because I roll it over and forget that I have painting below. This one's a little hard for me to see because I'm trying to make sure it gets into the camera, so it might be a little funky. It might be, and we'll try to fix it up. It'll be fine. It's one thing nice about painting on glass, right? If you don't like it, guess what? You can wipe it off and start again. That's all it takes. It's very simple. Very simple. All right, let me see here. Go up like that. Put a little darker green in here. And you can just take your time. You know, sometimes I go through these very quickly because I don't want my videos to be forever and a day. But you know, you just know that you don't have to do them as quickly as I am. Like that. I think it looks pretty good. At least for now. I think you got the gist of it, right? Pretty easy. Now, one thing that I will do, oh, I hope I didn't smash it. I'm looking here, see a little white there. Oh no. Anyways, what I would like to do I'm gonna go wipe my brush off a little bit, and I'm just gonna dip it a little bit into the berry wine, put a little white on it, could even put a little green into it. That's fine. And I'm just gonna come back through. Now you can leave this out if you don't like this part of it, but I'm just gonna come back in, go over it in some spots, just to kind of tie this other color into it. This is just a little extra. Again, I just want to stress that you do not have to do this part. It's not a requirement. It's just something to maybe give it a little extra color. And leave it at that. I'm going backwards again, guys. Going backwards. I'm good at that. I guess that's what happens when you're a lefty. You have a tendency to think that way too. Alright, so I have it like that. Now I could do it on one, I could do it on all of them. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to just do it on all of them, just to give them all a little bit of extra color. And just realize it's just real sporadic, not a lot. You don't have to put it all over the place. And I can go down like that just to kind of tighten a little bit. Whoops, go like that. Okay. And then come over here and do the same thing. Again, just giving it a little bit more color. You can put it in, you can leave it out. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. All right, I'm going to do this one just one more time, and then maybe do one that comes up like that, just to kind of tie it all together like that. And you can come out here further, but I'm just going to stick like that. Well, you know what, maybe one more. So when you're doing stuff like this, you just kind of have to give it, you know, stand back and take a look at it and see where all you might want to add some more, and do it. Pretty simple. All right, we're going to wrap this up by doing the few little leaves. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm just going to do my blending. Again, I am not a real strict, you have to load your brush a certain way. My thing is I just grab the paint and I go. So anyways, I'll make sure I'm down here, and I'm sorry, I got a barking dog again. It's my only way of doing videos is to have dogs barking. Alright, so I'm doing, you know, basic little pull like that. I'm going to come up here. I want to put a little stem in this, but I'm going to do something else with them here in just a second. Come back this way. Now you could just do it like that or come back, but I like to kind of swing it back on this type of a leaf. Alright, so I'm just going to create a few petals like this. I'm not going to do a ton of petals, but I'm just doing a little swish back like that and putting a little line in it. Very easy. Again, I want to make sure I'm not hitting this on my paper underneath. I'm just trying to do very carefully like that. And come down here. Let me do this a little bit better because I want it to look like it's hooked on here, right? I'm gonna show you something here, and whoops, that's not very good. Dagnabbit. Alright, just try to get a little thin line here, not a thick one. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I have about 5 of them. You know, I like to do odd numbers, so I'm just going to leave it at that for now. Now what you could do is with the small little number 1 brush that I have. And this is where I just want to show you a little bit where you can do this. And I'm going to come up right here. Now, sorry, I want to make sure I have more of the darker green on the top. And just come down it if you want. I'm just having a time loading my brush the way I want it. Now here comes my furnace. I was trying to do this without all these interferences, but now with the glass painting part, you gotta be careful because you could possibly pull up the paint. Doing the flipping with your brush is a lot easier on a like wood, you know, doing it on a surface such as that, or canvas. But you can just add these little brush strokes, which help. And just come down like that. Like that. And then you just have them, you know, flipped a little bit, or you can just leave them the way they were and fill them in a little bit more with your brush. All right, I hope you like this. Very simple, quick and easy. Any questions, please leave those down below. If you want to purchase any of the tools that I'm using in my videos, please see the affiliate links that I have listed underneath the video. You like this, give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and before you leave, please share this on your social network with all your family and friends. I am trying to build my channel up and I would appreciate the help. Until the next time, please stay safe and healthy and have a good one.